Example 3 says find the area of the region enclosed by the graphs of y equals f of x equals x cubed minus x squared and y equals g of x, which equals 2x. Now, if I take x cubed minus x squared and I factored out an x squared, I'd get this. And if I set that equal to 0, we'd get that x equals 0 and x equals 1. So that's going to help me graph this because I know that I have a root at 0 and a root at 1. And so my graph is going to look something like that. And then if I want to graph y equals 2x, that's going to look something like that. This is a really rough sketch, but basically I'm wanting to find this area and this area. So this is a little bit different again between examples 1 and examples 2, because remember I said earlier that it's always the upper function minus the lower function. Well, that changes here because here the upper function is the linear function from this point to whatever that x value is, but from here to here, the upper function is the x cubed minus x squared. So what that means is we're going to have to create two different integrals. And before we even do that, we still need to figure out where our curves are intersecting. And we know that one of them is going to be at x equals 0, but we still need to figure out the other two. So I'm going to set x cubed minus x squared equal to 2x. And then if I subtract 2x from both sides, we get that. And then I can factor out an x, and we will solve that equation now. So this thing here is a quadratic, and it's going to factor into x minus 2 times x plus 1. And if we solve that now, we'll get x equals 0, which I already said earlier was one of the points of intersection, but the other ones now are -1 and 2. So this x value here is -1. This x value here is x equals +2. So now we're going to have that the area equals from -1 to 0 of the upper function minus the lower function, plus the area from 0 to 2 of, again, upper function minus the lower function. And so we need to substitute in the upper and lower functions in each of those scenarios. So that's going to be -1 to 0, and from -1 to 0, the upper function is x cubed minus x squared minus 2x, that's the lower function, dx, and then plus the integral from 0 to 2 of the upper function, which was 2x, minus the lower function, which was x cubed minus x squared dx. Okay, so let's do some integration. This is going to be x to the 4th over 4 minus x cubed over 3 minus 2x squared over 2, which is just going to be x squared. And that's running from x equals -1 to x equals 0, plus x squared minus x to the 4th over 4, plus x cubed over 3, and that's evaluated from x equals 0 to x equals 2. Okay, let's see. So it's nice that we have some zeros in there. So this is going to end up simplifying to 0 minus 1/4 minus -1/3 minus 1 plus 2 squared, which is 4, minus 16 over 4 plus 8/3 minus, and then if we plugged in 0 for all of those, that would be minus 0. And if you go ahead and simplify all of that, you should get 37 over 12 as your final answer.